Well, all eyes on Iowa with 1 week left until the caucus is there. It will start the race for the White House. Voters say the economy is the most important issue weighing on their decision, followed by immigration and foreign policy. That, according to recent Fox Business polling. But let's hear from the voters themselves. Justin Barr, Jill Noordhoek, and Emily Peters. It is great to have you all here. Something has happened on this panel that we have not had before, but I think we should point this out before we go to questions, and that is that for each of you, your number one issue is immigration and the border. You all have different candidates you want to support. Let me just show you this. Call for number 2, distance from Iowa to the border, pretty significant, over 1,000 miles. But this is still an issue that is on your minds. Let's listen to the leading candidates on the border as they've been speaking to Iowa voters.
We need borders. We had the strongest border in the history of our country. Now we have the weakest border.
No more safe havens for illegal immigrants. And instead of catch and release, we're going to go to catch and deport.
As president, my two top priorities, national security, is the border at home.
All right, let's first go to you, Emily Peters. Who are you thinking of backing next Monday night, and why is the border so much on your mind?
Yeah, great to be here. I am not 100% certain who I'm going to vote for yet. I'm trying to take in as much information as I can and listen to all of the different perspectives. But I would say, because of Nikki Haley's experience with foreign affairs and her positions of being tough on the border, I am leaning more towards her for next week. But I'm excited for the town hall on Wednesday to hear more from both of those candidates, and that'll be a key issue that I am listening closely to.
That's right. Nikki Haley goes tonight for her town hall, DeSantis tomorrow night, and Trump will be on Wednesday night. Speaking of Trump, Justin, let me go to you and ask about your thoughts about the border and your decision to back Trump again.
Right, well, there is a lot of tough talk on the border, but when you get down to it, it's a real humanitarian crisis. There are so many people, it sounds harsh, but literally pouring into the country, young and old, and there's unaccompanied minors, and it certainly strains and stresses the resources that our country has, and law enforcement, the Customs and Border Patrol, and our National Guard that are down there helping. So it's something that, while we're ways away from the border, it's important to Iowans. Our governor helped with a pact with the Texas governor requesting some assistance to help take care of the border. So it's just not a safe situation, and we want to obviously welcome people here legally, and they can contribute a lot to our country.
Jill, you are leaning DeSantis. Tell us why.
Well, I'm leaning for DeSantis because he's already assisted the governor in Texas to help with border patrol there, and I feel like he has made it a priority, even in his current position as governor from Florida. So I feel like he's already made this a priority and has dealt with this issue. So I feel like he can best contribute as a president.
Let's just pull up here. Call for number 1. This is the Fox Business most recent poll showing that Trump in the lead at 52%, DeSantis 18%, Haley 16%, and Ramaswamy 7%, Christie 3%. So I only have about a minute left. Let me go to each of you just to find out what are you hearing from your friend group, your family there in Iowa. What do you think the turnout's going to be, Emily?
I think people are excited. Everyone that I've talked to so far is planning on going to caucus next week, and I think people are going to show up.
And how about you? Do you think that the DeSantis folks seem organized going into it, Jill?
Yes, I think they're very organized. There's a lot of groundwork being done by the DeSantis campaign, and they're very organized, and there's been a lot of good events where there's very good turnout for the event. So I'm happy to see that.
And Justin, just a last word on the issue of immigration. Do you think that the three of you are not the only ones who have that at the top of their list?
Right, and I think Iowans work really hard, and so they're going to be excited for this caucus and to be able to have their voices heard as first in the country. So this is an important issue. Again, the humanitarian, the horrible sites that you see are troubling, and I think President Trump had a great track record as president.
I can tell it's on your heart, indeed. Thank you all. I know that it's going to be cold, so we're packing up. We're going to be there with all of our mittens.
Thanks.
Thank you. We're
Okay.
excited to have you.
See you in a few days.
You got it. Earmuffs, all that stuff. 7 days ago, 3 town halls, all here on Fox this week, beginning tonight with Nikki Haley. Then Tuesday with Ron DeSantis, both at 6 o'clock Eastern. Then on Wednesday, Donald Trump. He airs at 9 p.m. Eastern, and Martha and Brett will be there to handle all that, moderate. We'll be in Iowa as well, starting next Sunday, noon to 2 with Perino and Hemmer. We'll do it again on Monday, and then have the fallout for you on Tuesday, and then we will get a state of the race in 2024 for Republicans.
Indeed, we will.
Looking forward to it. All right.